Hi everyone, I'm David Griffin.
And I'm Michael Medina.
We're here to talk to you about The Walking Dead, different Walking Dead. The video Telltale's amazing video game, The Walking Dead. This is Season 2, Episode 2, A House Divided. Dennis and I, especially our latest review of The Walking Dead, is pretty harsh. Said, you know, this is one of the worst episodes we've seen, you know, it's a lot of teetering, a lot of, you know, stretching out that story in the Walking Dead television show. But you know what? This is not an area to talk about the television, so we're going to talk about the video game. We're going to talk about Clementine, one of my favorite video game characters in recent memory. And Michael's going to join me this time to talk about it. So let's just kind of go right into it. What are you thinking about Season 2 so far of The Walking Dead?
All right. Well, first of all, yeah, you know, we read the books,
Yeah.
we read the show, and we play the game. And it's
Yeah.
obviously not fair to compare the game to either one of those because
no.
it's an
It's a
entirely
different world.
medium.
Yeah.
And that being said, though, I've got to say that the story that that's being told right now in this video game is far superior than what I read in the books, and especially on the show. And that's I'm not hating on either one of those. I just feel like the story is a lot stronger. I care more about these characters. I mean, this little like 9-year-old girl or 10-year-old, I think she's
a little bit older now, maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, she's just a fantastic character. Like, you really see, like, she's the kind of character, and again, it's not fair to compare, but you kind of see that with Carl in the books. Like, you see him kind of growing up. You don't really get a sense of that in the show as much as you do like in the books. And Clementine, I think, is a perfect example of that, because you see how, you know, when you first meet her, she's this little, you know, girl. She's scared, she's frightened, she doesn't know what's going on. But now you see her, especially in this episode, she's badass.
Tough. She's badass.
Yeah, like she's a seasoned vet.
So for those of you who are familiar with The Walking Dead, again, we won't go to the very end of this episode, so I know it just came out yesterday, so we're not going to spoil too much for you. But we will get into some Season 1 spoilers. So if you haven't played Season 1, maybe, you know, stop right now and then come back after you play Season 1 to talk about Season 2. So Clementine, it's safe to say, is on her own. She, you know, had some companions at the beginning of Season 2, but got separated for various reasons. And now she's kind of found this new family who... Didn't trust her at first, so had some crazy scenes, you know, with her locked in a shed in the previous episode.
Not bitten.
Still not. I mean, she's just like, some of the lines you can pick for Clementine to say are awesome. Like last episode, there was one where this pregnant lady who I just can't, what's her name again? Always
Rebecca.
Rebecca, who I just can't stand, even though she tries to apologize in this episode. I just can't stand her.
Get annoying.
Like there's a scene, you can actually make Clementine say, "You should talk nicer to me." I'm just like, yeah, girl, like take her down. I love Clementine. She's just so good.
She really is. And again, like you...
And sorry, I compared Beth to Clementine. A lot of people corrected me and said Beth, the actress, is actually 28 years old. So way off on that. I thought she was like 16. So Clementine is much younger. I kind of like the relationship between Daryl and Beth. So maybe that can be like Clementine, but I was like, oh wait, she's 28, so that's not going to work. Different. But anyway, but yes.
Yeah, especially like in going back to Season 1 and stuff, like you really feel for her because you know that her parents in the beginning are missing, and she comes across Lee, who becomes her dad. Kind of. And you can see the relationship developing between the two and stuff. And you really feel bad for her when, spoiler alert, you know, her parents are dead. They're zombies. You know, and then you just kind of see the struggle that she goes through from like, you know, that initial meeting with Lee to ultimately Season 2, where we're at right now. And you really feel bad for her because she really is this little girl that's scared, she's lonely. She comes across this guy, Lee, who she really cares for and develops, you know, like her dad.
Because in Season 1, you control Lee, so it's a much different perspective because you're Lee talking to Clementine all the time. And you're like, wait, what do I teach this girl? Like, do I give her when you have choices, do I give her a positive outlook on life in the world, or do I tell her how it really is, like how she'll be able to survive?
And that's kind of cool because now, like playing as Clementine, you're kind of like taking all that and kind of actually putting it to use now. You know? And she's just a really strong character for being such a young.
She's great. You know? She's just such a badass. I mean, let's talk about this episode specifically. So in this episode, last episode, a couple of you were talking to me about asking me, Dave, did you like? There's a choice you have. You can save Pete or his son. You have the option of doing that, and then so Clementine is with, depending on who you save. I guess I've only done it one way. For me, I saved Pete. So you're with Pete in the back of a truck. Okay, good. So you're with Pete in the back of a truck, and you're surrounded by zombies. You have to get back to the, I guess her new family. You do, and then things happen, and you're forced to, go out in search of a new locale. You have to find a new place to stay. There's people hunting you. Possibly new governor-esque character.
Carver.
This guy named Bill or William Carver showed up, and he's kind of a governor creepy guy. I don't know how creepy he is, but we do see he seems pretty creepy. He seems like, you know, there's some stuff that happens. I don't know. He's a good new character though, I think.
There's definitely a nice little reveal later on. I won't ruin it, but it's cool. You know, it kind of helps to tie things together a little bit. But yeah, it gets really exciting at the end, and it definitely leaves with a cliffhanger, as it should. I mean, it's only episode 2, you know. But all in all, I thought it was a strong episode. I thought episode 1 was a great way to kick off this season, and this episode just kind of continues that. Right,
and it's always an interesting game to review because we're talking about, we're sharing our experiences, but at the same time, it's like your experiences may be different. You maybe saved somebody else in a previous episode, or you told somebody else. I mean, like Mass Effect, this game does remember your decisions. Your decisions do matter. So anything, there's a lot of moral ambiguity. There's a great scene, probably the best scene, one of the best scenes besides the very end, on the bridge. Great action sequence with, you know, basically Clementine having to, you know, fend for herself and actually, you know, help save one of her friends, help save Luke. I mean, it was a great scene on the bridge. Just great action in this.
And again, it's not fair to compare the two. So, but it's a totally different style of storytelling. But I really feel like immersed in this particular world more than I did in the comic books. Now, granted, the books have been around for like 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Mike and I have been reading over 100 issues of this series, so after a while, it's a good. I like the comics, but you can't get burned out after 100 issues of reading something.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the show, whether you love it or you hate it, at times can be a little like this. You know?
Exactly.
And so far, granted, aren't nearly as many episodes of the game. So I mean, I have no idea how long Telltale plans on putting this game out. You know, like how many seasons are we getting? But right now, so far, they're on the right track.
So again, you know, you might hear Dennis and I harp on Walking Dead from you know, time to time, and if you're looking for a new avenue, you don't really want to start reading 100 issues of The Walking Dead. Pick up Telltale's video game. It's not super expensive. I know on Xbox and PS3, I think they sell it, what, for like $15, $16 for the whole 4 or 5 episodes. I think on Steam it's like $20, $22. Like, or just pick up one episode for $5. Like, give it a shot.
And even if you're just like a casual gamer, it's really easy to pick up the controls.
You can play as like guys or girls, whoever. If let's say the girl's a gamer, the guy's a gamer, you can play with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and I mean it's easy for anybody to get into.
And the story's so good, it's really just gonna suck you in.
It's like watching, it's like having just more Walking Dead, but in my opinion, better right now than the TV show. That's just me though.
Hey, at least you like a Walking Dead.
I do like something about the Walking Dead. So that's what we thought of episode 2. Season 2, House Divided. You know, Clementine's just doing what she does, just being a badass. One of the best, you know, female characters I like right now in video games. So many good female characters in video games right now. You know, of course, as always, you can come find us at thinkhero.com. If you want to come chat with us, you know, Michael or myself or Dennis, talk to us about Walking Dead, the video games. On Twitter, we're at ThinkHero. I'm at GriffinDE.
And I'm at Mr. Michael Alexis.
You can also find us on this YouTube page. That's Think Hero Pro. Give us a like. You know, make sure you subscribe, spread the word. You can also come find us on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans. You know, just be sure again, just like I said, spread the word. Social media, you know, just get us out there, let us know what you think, and yeah, we'll see you soon.